Alrighty, for this little in-between, we did actually manage to find quite a few more Christmassy-esque things with the new free stuff in December, as we hoped. We're kind of using a lot of these icicles on the walls to kind of just make you as fenced in as possible. You can't really jump through them. I've tried it in a lot of different areas. It seems to have the most gap, but even then you can almost get through, but it should keep you in. There is an area over here, though, however, you can fall, and I have not created the platform that I'm going to create down there eventually that will be invisible, but it will just kill you instantly and kind of send you back to the beginning of the level or to the main menu. Over here, there will eventually be a boss fight, as this is kind of a secondary level area. There is a built-in projectile now that probably took me the longest to make out of a lot of things. Plus, I'm probably going to go back and make all of these generate overlap events, which I failed to do earlier, and since they're not a unique blueprint, I am going to have to go individually on each of them and just have them generate overlap events, or just simply create a new one of them with their current scale or whatever, and then use that to already have overgenerated events and just kind of replace them with those actors. There will be various walls that will be increasing in difficulty. The way I'm going to have that work, at least I've already figured out, is basically it'll have different static meshes available to it, and the new ones will just become visible and have the ability to overlap event as like they kind of level up, just to make it easier on me just to use the same component over and over again. Your ball will also probably get stronger and stronger. Additionally, we'll have it to where they despawn after a certain amount of time. As you can see, that one's kind of flying off into the ether based off of the level we have. So it'll be like a 0.1, maybe starting at 0.2 probably, and going up 0.1 per level of the ball, as the damage and size will increase as well. The idea for this is that maybe these stairs or supplies don't appear until you've completed whatever goal you need to complete for level 1 over here, whether it be just some simple targeting or maybe some simple enemies over here. The only other enemy that will really be able to use any sort of ball weapon against you will be the one over here, which will be using the monk statue that also kind of came with this gothic preset. Nice little mountain in the background, also from the same preset. There will also be use of the spawn enemy, which now, since I understand fully how projectiles work, will be pretty easy to use how I want them, because they'll basically be like a layer of walls. There will also be like icicle spikes coming from either side, kind of shooting towards you. They can also probably hit each other if there's multiple shooting at the same place and destroy each other. Those will also become stronger and stronger as you get to new areas. They'll just be the same things like level increase that you can kind of change from anywhere to increase the damage of them. It's possible the boss will also be using those as weapons. I'm not entirely sure as I haven't built that out yet. The main components that I already have in the game is just the death component, health component, spawn enemy, stairs, and weapon, which is what you have, which I also had to create a material for, so that was actually kind of fun. Kind of called it Glow Blue. Pretty simple. Had a lot more things here just because I was following recommended a lot of things, but I found I only really needed the parameter, the shine multiplier, or one other parameter I just called shine multiplier, which is just a multiplier. Do it into the multiply with the parameter, into emissive color, and boom, you got a glowing blue color to put in the middle of it. For a while, I ran into issues just overlap events because all of these components that I was using all had overlaps on them. So it just took off the overlaps, and now the sphere works as intended. I only went back so far and changed a couple of these to actually have overlaps, so the main one you can really see it on. Like, obviously, boom, it goes through those, but it won't go through this one, which is more the intention. And possibly, they obviously don't overlap with each other anymore, no matter how fast you shoot them, because, like, they're all moving at the same speed. Once again, that's probably going to be part of the reason why I decreased the actual range a lot of them have. Otherwise, health components, same as before, just kind of more limited to what I need because I don't really need the has UI function based on how I found it easier to create the main menu or just the UI in general from last time. I have the print health function just for my own use, just because I really like having that. Lets me know also that the health and take damage and heal functions are all being used. I haven't quite figured if I'm going to be using the healing function at all in this one, though if it is, it's probably going to just be as you go up the stairs onto the new level for the first time. And maybe once you get off the stairs, the stairs will disappear to the previous level, just so you can't overuse the healing again or abuse it in any way. Or just simply just do a do once function to have it work only the one time. I just think with certain areas that'll be spawning the icicles, I can kind of use my spawn enemy thing again. I might have to do something a little bit different because this is made to spawn characters specifically, and I would just probably need the other one to spawn actors with like the projectile component. But for that, I can have it to shoot like a random number of icicles potentially, which could make certain situations even more dangerous to get past. I guess I could also probably alter the level instead of having these number of enemies, the enemy type, spawn transformer. Spawn transformer would still be there, but I can change the number of enemies to level of enemy potentially, or just the number of icicles as well. Though with level increase, the size will increase, which is going to look a lot better than just having either the icicles stacked perfectly on each other and you not really realizing how many there are, and other situations of that sort. The health component will of course be overused on a bunch of different things. A lot of things also to be functioning like how I've created this weapon projectile to where it's just overlapped, boom, dead. Pretty simple thing over here. Couldn't figure out how to have the audio stop for the life of me, so as of right now there's no audio. Yeah, fun times. Stairs has a little bit of a level variable, or at least it used to. But to its effect, there really is no usage. There's only the two levels currently. And that is where the game is sitting at this point. Oh, and you have a new arrow component, which is really just used for spawning the sphere. As we've added the press F button once again, because it's just my favorite thing to use for spawning stuff or using weapons in general. And yeah, a lot more to do, but honestly shouldn't be too hard.